Hey, how's it going? It's Frank the Skink. Here to make you laugh, here to make your brain think. Today we're once again talking about OP Cat, the code that Satoshi disabled for fear that it was too powerful. But instead of praising OP Cat, we're going to be discussing potential pitfalls of OP Cat and why it's not necessarily the best idea to raise the cat from the dead. Though the necromancers at Quantum Cats might disagree. Joining me today will again be Mr. Satoshi Nakamoto to talk about the potentialities of OP Cat. Are you there, Mr. Nakamoto?
It's good to see you again, Frank, my friend. I'm glad to see you're addressing some of the very real concerns about reuniting OP Cat and Bitcoin.
Thank you, my dear friend, but let's get the ball rolling before this turns into a circle jerk of compliments. Our first question is as follows. Mr. Satoshi, many people say that this code, OP-CAT, is too complex and slows down Bitcoin. Do you have any thoughts on this?
In and of itself, no, OpCat is only 15 lines of code or so, and by itself it shouldn't slow down Bitcoin. However, the problem lies in its concatenation of data and or whatever other code is written to shackle OpCat. All of that could create the feared complexities that could cause slowdowns in Bitcoin, but OpCat itself is unlikely to be the culprit.
Very insightful. So it's not the code itself, but the necessary safeguards that could be a problem. Alright, our next question is, what was the biggest reason why this code was removed in 2010?
Well, first off, we never actually removed it. We disabled it, or if you prefer, put OpCat in a medically induced coma until we needed to reawaken it. However, as for why we disabled it, well, OpCat is too powerful. Its ability to merge seemingly incompatible data in unforeseen ways creates vulnerabilities in Bitcoin that can be difficult to predict or manage. My biggest fear was that it could be used to launch DDoS attacks on the Bitcoin server, but it could also give malefactors an edge in data or coin theft.
Would you be willing to elaborate on that some more? What sort of things could a bad actor do using OP-CAT?
That's a very open-ended question right there. It's especially hard to predict what creative criminals might do. However, some easily predictable things a bad actor might do beyond DDoS attacks include data theft and ransomware. Imagine you get airdropped a token that looks legit and you accept it. Then it activates. All your data, coin, ordinals, inscriptions, gone. Sent God knows where. Or possibly worse, it's all corrupted and locked due to controlled concatenation, and the only to restore is to pay large ransoms, crypto ransomware. Of course, that's only scratching the surface.
That's kind of terrifying, actually. Anything else?
Of course, OpCat is like a double-edged sword. The same functions that can secure your wallet can also leave it vulnerable. So it's all a matter of the manner in which it's used.
Soka, I see. Is there anything else you would like to say?
I think ultimately, adding OP-CAT back in could have unforeseen drawbacks, like those we've touched upon, but also, if serious controls are built in to shackle OP-CAT, those shackles could increase the number of checks and verifications that all transactions go through, and more checks equals slowdowns and increased transaction fees, limiting the usefulness of Bitcoin as an alternative currency. As you can see with Ethereum today, ridiculously high gas fees drive users away to alternate coins like SEI and Solana, something no one wants with Bitcoin.
Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today. But thank you again, Mr. Nakamoto, for explaining some of the more overlooked negatives of OP-CAT.
My pleasure again, Frank. Until next time.
This has been Frank the Skink. Tune in next time to learn more about the exciting world of crypto.